Hi everyone and hello Morgan from BCIT. Thank you all for joining my presentation today. My name is Zoe and I'm currently a second year marketing student at BCIT. Today I'm going to present you selling Israel. So by the end of the presentation, you will have a better understanding of what and how you can sell Israel and then the benefits of selling Israel as a travel agency. I will start the presentation with a little introduction of the country and then move on to the tourism industry in Israel. Therefore, you can learn about how the inbound travel was doing in the previous years. And now I'll present you Israel's product inventory. This includes transportation, attractions, accommodations, and activities and events. When I talk about this section, I will elaborate on how and then what you can sell about Israel, along with the marketing channels you may consider using. And lastly, I will summarize the benefits you will get from selling Israel, and then end the presentation with a question period. So where is Israel? Israel is a Middle East country, as you can see on the map. It's circled red and highlighted red. It's located nearby the Mediterranean and Red Sea, and also surrounded by countries such as Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Palestinian territories, and Egypt. Major cities in Israel are Jerusalem, Haifa, and Tel Aviv. It's interesting to see that Israel is a small country, but in the picture you can see the look of each city are pretty different from each other. For demographic, there are around 8.38 million people in Israel in 2015, according to World Bank, whereas Canada has around 35.85 million. So Canada has the population. So Canada has a population more than 4 times bigger than Israel's population. Most people in Israel are Jewish. 74.8% of the total population, and the second biggest ethnic group in Israel is Arabs, which accounts for 20.8%. Israel has a young population, and in 2011, the average age in Israel is 29.5, comparing to the world's average. Male is 28.4 and female is 30.6 years old. In Israel, there are 2 official languages, which are Hebrew and Arabic. Tourism in Israel. So in this section, I'll go over some statistics, including the tourist growth in Israel. So in the chart, you can see the total number of tourists in Israel from 2005 to 2016. As the bar chart shows the number, and then the upward trending line showing that from 2005 to 2016, the total number of tourists to Israel grew by 52%. However, from 2014 to 2015, you can see a small decrease. This is due to the Operation Protective Edge, also called the 2014 Gaza War. It's a 7-week conflict broke out because of the kidnapping and murder of 3 Israeli teenagers by Hamas members, the arrests of militants by IDF, and the rocket fire into Israel by Hamas. So when you are planning a trip when you are doing a trip, doing vacations to Israel, you may consider these factors into your, for example, terms and policy, and then also safety. In 2014, of the older arrivals to tourist arrival to Israel, 2.5 million arrived by air, whereas by land it's only 400,000, and by cruise it's only 88,000. So most people arrives Israel by air. And for the cruise, the number dropped by 32% from the previous year, 2013. And the travel size to Israel is 60% independent, and then group is 40% in 2016. And in previous years, these figures are reversed. So you can see that there are more and more independent travelers to Israel instead of group travels. So this factor will affect you on how you want to plan into your itinerary when you are making a vacation and a tour package to Israel. And the top growing inbound markets for Israel are Chinese and Croatians, as you can see in the chart. From 2016, the Chinese market grew by 69%, and then the Croatian market grew by 62%. So you can either monitor these countries, or you can consider them as your target market if you wish to target those markets. And next, I will be going over product inventory and starting with transportations. There are a few international airports in Israel, including the biggest one. Biggest one is Ben Gurion Airport. It's also circled orange on the right-hand side. You can see on the map. Major operators from between Israel and Canada include Israel Airline, Air Canada, Air Transat, Austrian Airline, Lufthansa Airline, and Condor. There are also some domestic airports in Israel. For internal flights, Eilat to Tel Aviv and Haifa are operated by Arkia and Israel. For ticket pricing, it fluctuates every single day at any given time and also by month. A non-stop flight from Toronto to Tel Aviv is cheaper in January, around $460 Canadian, and then most expensive in July, almost $700. And from Tel Aviv to Toronto non-stop, it's cheap in March and then more expensive in October. That's more than $900 per ticket one way from Tel Aviv to Toronto. And these figures are gathered from Skyscanner. Public transportation include bus. There are city bus and intercity bus. So major operators are AICT that operates most of the bus in Jerusalem and Haifa. And for Tel Aviv, the second biggest tour operator in Israel is called Dan. And then the company logo is the red and blue logo you can see at the bottom of the slide. There are also trains in Israel, and it's operated nationally by Israel Railways. Just like in Canada, we have the Canada Railway. So they are the similar type of company. For public transportation, there are also taxi and shared. That's shared taxi, and the major operators are Israel Taxi, Taxi L, and Get Taxi. Get Taxi also has an app. So if you have your phone right now with your beside you, you can quickly go to the app store and then you'll be able to find the Get Taxi app. And it is also, I believe, used in UK. There are also private transportation. The biggest operator is Flow Shuttle. It provides many different kinds of vehicles, and then you can book airport shuttles for you to transfer from the airport to a hotel or any other destination you wish to go to. For attractions, I picked the top 5. The first one is the Western Wall in Jerusalem, and most people go there for the wall and also have a city tour of the old city of Jerusalem and also the Temple Mount. According to tourist Israel, the Western the Wailing Wall is the most religious site in the world for Jewish people. So for this attraction, you can possibly include it into your religious tour or cultural tour. Second is the Sea of Galilee. And then it's a large freshwater lake in Israel. A good place for you to put into your ecotourism. And also for anyone who enjoy travel will be a target. And third is the Dead Sea. It's surrounded by Israel, Jordan, and Palestine. It's the deepest hypersaline lake in the world with 34.2 salinity in 2011, which is 9.6 times as salty as the ocean. So it would be a really great place for grand tours. And then the fourth is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem. According to tourist Israel, the church has two holy sites in Christianity, so it's also a really good place for religious tour and more specifically the Christian tours for you to package into your vacations. The fifth is the Masada. It's located in the southern district of Israel, and it's a desert forest, so it's a very good place for adventurous tours, grand tours, and also culture tours to learn about how people live in that situation before. And accommodations, there are many types in Israel, including luxuries and mid-level chain hotels such as the Westin Boutique Hotel is the one in the picture. The Bazala Hotel is a boutique hotel in Israel. There are also kibbutz country lodging and some independent bed and breakfast. For specialty accommodation, there are many guest houses in Israel, and the one on the slides, the picture is showing the Artist Quarter Guest House B&B. For economic, you can also consider use hostels. One example is the Abraham hostels. And you can also consider Airbnb. There are more than 300 listings on any given day. And then they are also located throughout the country. Activities and events that you may plan into your itinerary include some special activities you can do in Israel are hot air balloon flights, sandboarding, and powered parachute flights. For tour operators in Israel, they are categorized in 3 different categories, including general interest, specialties, and Christians. General interests include G-Adventure and like British Airways. Specialties tour operators include Dead Sea Travel and Gateway TLV. Christian includes the Irish Christian tours. So when you're packaging your tours, you may consider working with those tour operators. Popular events in Israel include different types. For example, the international musicians will visit. Also, there are a lot of arts events and sport events. Upcoming popular events include Justin Bieber concert on May 3rd, and also the Jean-Michel Jarre's concert on April 6th in Dead Sea. Possible marketing channels you may consider for your after you packaging your tour include traditional travel agencies, online travel agencies, and also direct selling. If you're a Canadian travel agency, you may consider the top 3 and the biggest 3 agencies such as Transat Travel, Flight Center, and Merlin Travel. Those travel agencies offer tours and vacations to Israel already. If you're trying to sell your things and your packages and tours online, you can do it through Israel Tours, Shalom Israel Tours, and also On The Go Tours. And there are many other online travel agencies. If you're selling direct, you can promote your product on your own website and on your own social media. And then you can also make brochures and then place it in places that your target markets will visit. For example, if you're packaging a religious tour, you can place the brochure in a local Jewish club, so they can see the brochure and then they can visit the country. And what's your benefits of selling Israel? First is that you have some unique product, including very historic and religious sites that no other countries can compare to. And then you can use these sites to make a really targeted audience, and then you can package niche travel tours that would give you loyal customer base. Because, for example, someone is Christian, and then usually they are Christian for a long time, so they wouldn't change from Christian to another religion like really quickly. So if you are selling a religious site in Israel, then those people tend to visit the site more than once because they don't change their religion. And also, lastly, is the commission. So either you sell it directly or you sell to other online travel agencies, then you can get commission on your product that you package. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and then I would like to take any questions that you may have.
Thank you very much, Zoe.
Thank you.
So for anyone that has questions, please type them into either the chat box or the Q&A box, and I can read them out to Zoe. It looks like Wendy has a question. She says, hi, do you know why there was an increase in tourist growth in 2013?
In 2013, I believe Israel has a lot of marketing campaign, so that might be one of the factor.
Okay. And we have a couple more here in the Q&A box. Ashley says, thanks, Zoe. Do you know how long and what is included in a typical tour package itinerary to Israel?
To Israel, it really depends on where you're coming from. And according to Tourist Israel, there are a lot of different types, including daily tour, 1 to 2, 3 to 4. It has a lot of products. Yeah, so it really depends on your need. But I would say if you're coming from a further country, you probably go on a longer vacation.
Okay. And Wendy was wondering if you could repeat your answer to her question, why was there an increase in tourist growth in 2013?
I think
she just had difficulty hearing your answer to that question.
According to the Baxter media publications, there are a lot of marketing campaigns done by Israel. So that might be I think that's definitely one of the reasons why it's increasing.
And how do we get there from Canada? That's another question from Wendy.
Okay, from Canada you can take flights. So major airline would include. I search up Skyscanner, and there's United Airline. There's also other airlines like. Sorry, 1 second.
Backtrack your slides. That's fine. Yeah, we can still see your PowerPoint here on the screen.
Yeah, it's in one of my slides. Yeah. So major operators include Air Canada has some flights, and there's also Air Transat, Austrian Airline too. United Airline also has some. Like when I was doing research on Skyscanner.
Wonderful, thanks, Zoe. And Morgan says, hi, Zoe. What would you say to Canadian travelers who have security concerns about traveling to Israel? What should I say to my clients?
Are the clients group or independent?
Either, she says.
If group, you will probably say that you'll be traveling with a group of people, so there's always someone to help you. And then usually if you're going with a group, there will be a tour guide with you. So there's less concern about the safety. But if you're traveling independent, and then you are selling your package to your client, I think it would be great if you can provide a lot of maybe example of how people deal with emergency, or what kind of emergency they encountered before, and how they can overcome the challenge, so they are prepared and then when they are going on the travel, they can be more prepared for those situations. Also, I think it's really important to provide information to your client so they are safe. And also, if you are including any insurance into your package, you should mention that too, so they can be more secured.
Definitely. Thanks for that. And here's another question submitted into the chat box. Is there an Israel government tourist office in Canada?
That's a really great question. I do have an email address. I can definitely get back to you on that question after I double check. So I'm not giving you the wrong information. Yeah. Or if you have a minute, I can quickly search it up for you.
Okay, thank you, Zoe. So I do believe that's it for the questions. Zoe, thank you so much for your presentation today. It was great having you, and I'd also like to thank everyone who tuned in to the webinar today. So Zoe, thank you so much, and have a great day. We'll be in touch.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
And Morgan says, thanks, Zoe. Have a great day, Zoe.
Have a good day too. Thank you, everyone.